Hello everyone, I am RiggyRob, and welcome back to my blind playthrough of Fire Emblem Three Houses Hard Classic Mode with the Black Eagles. So, important things to note since last stream, I went ahead and did that auxiliary battling off stream, and I got 10,000 gold for that yellow auxiliary battle. So yes, I'm pretty sure they've added extra maps that give you extra gold. And what that meant was that I was able to do some advanced certifications. So you should be able to see that Edelgard is now a Wyvern Rider. And I've actually put myself back to a thief instead of a mercenary. Bernadetta is now a soldier. Cavalier, rather, sorry. Petra, I did think about making an assassin. She's got a 75% chance of passing the exam. But I've made her a thief as well. Just because I feel like, you know, having two thieves around to be able to open chests and steal stuff. Because they've both got the highest speed. Makes sense. And then also, Flane is now a Pegasus Knight because she was good at flying. And no one else is at level 20 yet, other than Ingrid, but she's not able to pass anything. And of course, I'm going to wait until Class Mastery is mastered for most of these guys. I have been debating about whether to make Edelgard a Lord, because no one else can be a Lord, obviously. But I guess we'll see. You know, the Wyvern Rider's got better stats and probably better skills eventually. And yes, we've got lots of supports to do. So we're going to start off doing all the supports, and then we'll head over to Chapter 8's main mission, investigating Ramaya Village. So I don't think there's anything with myself, apart from maybe one. Oh yeah, we've got Ignatz and Marianne. And then the rest are all, you know, time needs to pass. So I'm sure they'll come up to me at some point during the next few months. So why don't we go with Ignatz? Deep in thought.
Okay, I've decided on the composition.
A composition? I assume he's doing a painting.
That's right. The composition for my next paint. Wait, Professor?
Yep, that's me.
How long have you been standing there? You haven't been watching me, have you?
No.
No, I misspoke. Did I say painting? I meant to say...
What did you mean to say? You paint?
Well, I've thought for a while that it might be nice to paint the scenery here.
The Garegg Mach Monastery artwork is very good, I must say.
The contours of that tree, set against the stark shapes of the faraway peaks. Of course, I only paint after I've finished my chores. I'd never put my art before my responsibilities.
What a diligent student.
My studies are paramount. I shall always uphold my duties as a student of the Officers' Academy.
Well done, Ignatz.
Whereas
well
art is a hobby of mine, you might
Better
say.
than some hobbies I've seen.
Everyone has hobbies, right? I'm sure you have one.
Of course. No, none, nothing comes to mind. Well, that's weird. No hobbies whatsoever. Alright, let's go with nothing comes to mind. A little bit vague.
Well, perhaps it's different for you, Professor. But it's perfectly normal for people to have hobbies.
Exactly. Are you weird, Professor?
Reading, for instance, or fishing, or taking midday naps. For me, it's making art.
Yeah.
Hobbies are healthy. They're a good way of relieving stress.
Exactly.
You
Mindfulness.
might consider taking up a hobby, Professor. Anything to clear your mind.
And not seem so weird and alien.
Think about it. It's much easier to focus if you're feeling refreshed. There isn't a rule against hobbies, is there? If you tell me to stop, I'll stop. I shall never again put brush to canvas.
Why on earth would you ever do that? Paint as much as you like.
Really? It's okay for me to paint?
Of course.
Well, I mean, if you're sure. But really, it's nothing more than a little diversion. A frivolous pastime. I think I ought to go back to my quarters now. If it's all the same to you.
Alright. That's an awkward support conversation. That just makes Byleth seem really weird. And yes, I did say Byleth rather than myself, because I don't want to be associated with that. Alright. Let's go with Marianne. Bond with Marianne is deepened. You try listening when they're ready to speak with you. Oh. That's weird. That's different. Try listening when they're ready to speak with you versus some time needs to happen before this bond can be deepened. Oh, strange. Alright. Well, let's see what everyone else in the house has got. So, Edelgard and Linhardt.
Linhardt, at least try to do some training. Use a staff, or a rod, or a broom for all I care.
My apologies, but I cannot train right now. I have plans for later and don't wish to tire myself.
Oh, what plans?
Gaspar invited me to train with him, you see.
You're not doing that, you liar.
You slept through the whole debate, didn't you? Fine. I'll summarize it for you.
Yeah, just force
Not
it.
the whole debate. I closed my eyes only after I knew what reading would cover the topic.
And you're gonna read it later.
There you are. Don't tell me you were sneaking out to do some training.
No, he doesn't like training.
Of course not. I was sneaking out to avoid you. How did you find me this time?
She does have a wyvern to ride around on.
A mere coincidence. Why would you wish to hide from me?
Because you're an awful nuisance? Why do you pester me so?
To ensure that your talent is not wasted due to your lack of...
It's none of your business how I spend my time or how I use my talent.
That's a theme I'm seeing with Edelgard and Hubert. It's like, Linhart shouldn't waste his time. But it's
Have
like,
you assumed
why?
the role of my mother? You overplay the part. She was only half as overbearing.
Ooh, burn.
What is the matter with you? As house leader, I'm trying to prevent you from causing trouble for yourself and our classmates.
Yeah, that was each causing trouble.
Fine, I'll try harder. I'm sure you see all this as my interfering with your duty as a leader.
Well, yeah, because she's having to go out of her way for
Have you
this.
considered how it feels for those of us who serve below you? You are a serious pain, you know.
How so?
You're like a mother who insists on accompanying her son to his own knighting ceremony.
Well, I can imagine your mum would like to see that.
That's taking it a bit far, don't you think?
Mm.
No, I'd say that it's putting it lightly. All your interfering is greatly hindering my research.
I see. Very well. You've made your perspective perfectly clear.
Leave me alone. There we go. Wow, that's the end. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, leave him alone. Alright, Ferdinand and Bernadetta. Riding pals, cavaliers.
Bernadetta, if you have a moment, I would like to discuss what happened before.
My nemesis! The hour of fate arrives. Help!
You know you don't have to open the door.
I am not here to hurt you. You need not even open the door.
Yeah.
Just listen to me.
I don't have to open the door? Is this a truce? Okay, I like truces.
Thank you. I would like to apologize for sticking my nose into your business the way I did.
Like a busybody.
I thought you might be unhappy all cooped up in there, and that maybe I could help. But I've had time to reflect on what you said, and I realize I was mistaken.
Hey, look at that. Personal growth from Ferdinand.
Thanks for caring, but I'm fine actually.
I see that. I suppose that is what I'm trying to say. I should not have pushed you to do something that you did not wish to do.
Yeah.
And for me to frighten you like that? That was unbecoming conduct for a noble.
Maybe a little bit.
Little bit.
Frankly, I am embarrassed by my behavior. I disgraced myself.
Wow, he's going all in on himself.
As for my injury, you need not feel guilty or afraid. The sprain was a result of my own thoughtlessness, not anything you did. I have always strived to be a good person, but I suppose all that striving was for nothing. I have failed in my duty as a noble.
Alright, dial it back a bit, Ferdinand.
Ferdinand?
Yes, Bernadetta?
I don't really know much about this sort of thing, but you shouldn't say things like that about yourself.
See, if even Bernie can get it, then yes, there you go.
It wasn't all your fault, you know. I'm to blame too. I hurt you. I'm sorry.
Really, it is fine. It healed quickly.
And it wasn't for nothing either.
I am not so sure.
I do like my time alone. Actually, it's more of a need.
As we've established.
But you're right. I also need to venture out every once in a while.
Exactly.
Maybe if I work as hard as you do, I can try it a little more.
Yes, keep working at it. You are already much more outgoing than you used to be.
When I mess up, or even when it's just a bad day, it's hard for me to step outside. I'm too scared. But the next day, I try again. Because I know that one mistake doesn't ruin everything.
Yeah, you don't give in to it.
So you're still... I mean, just because you... That doesn't mean... I don't know how to put it. But that's how it is. So, the end.
What a graceful end to the conversation.
And now I will leave.
Hey! Come on, that was serious. At least I got you to laugh.
There's no reason that had to be with Ferdinand. That could have been anyone talking through the door to Bernadetta, but I suppose they've established that he was trying to get her out of it. Alright, Linhardt and Caspar. Let's see if he actually did do that training.
Why am I having so much trouble fighting these tall guys? They're not even stronger than me.
Because they're taller.
You've got to help me come up with a strategy, Linhardt.
We talked about this. Muhammad Ali versus Bruce Lee.
Is that not a waste of time? Even if I handed you a perfect strategy, something I've done in the past, you'd never follow it through.
That's because your plans are always so complicated. Come on, I need your help.
I'm dumb. Help me.
Alright, I will share with you my tactical genius. I call this my secret plan.
You already have a plan? You really are ready for anything. So, what is it?
Land the first hit. Then keep hitting them hard and fast as you can until they stop hitting you back.
That's not really a secret genius tactical observation. Hit them first and keep hitting them.
So, you're basically telling me to just fight?
Yeah, hit them and don't get hit.
Dodge their attacks, keep up the assault, then go for the knees. Done.
The secret is the knees?
Yeah, that's what we learned from Clementine.
Being tall means short people are closer to your knees. Exploit the enemy's weakness, Caspar.
Makes sense. That doesn't sound like my style, though. I don't really want to exploit a weakness.
Are you serious?
Then go ahead and continue losing. Or you can listen to the rest of my plan.
I don't want to exploit weaknesses. Yeah, well, you're gonna
There's
lose.
more? Fine. Tell me the rest.
Your defense is careless. The last bit of my secret is that you need to train in that area.
Yeah, you're pretty lacking in defense,
I won't
Caspar.
argue with training. Let's go.
No, I don't think we should.
Come on. You've even got that height advantage you're always going on about. You're the perfect training partner for me. Quit stalling and let's go.
You just won't take
Fine,
no for an
I'll
answer.
train with you, but only for a bit.
All right, Linhardt. Come at me again.
Caspar, please. I need.
So I guess Linhardt did actually do that training session with Caspar that Edelgard
Water.
wanted to know about.
I need water. I'm gotta go get some. Bye.
Huh? Hey, get back here.
Leave him be, Caspar.
He got away.
Need to rest. Oh. Alright. So, Linhardt and Flame. This should be interesting. Two
Now
healers?
then, where is that book on dance?
Hello, Flane. I'm curious if you could confirm some suspicions I have.
Hello, Linhardt. What is it?
I've recently been lost in study on the topic of Saint Sethlene. You're familiar with her life, yes?
Of course, she knows everything about
I
her.
know a little of her,
Wait, what?
as
Oh.
do many.
I guess she just likes
But
her.
what does this have to do with me?
Interesting that you would ask that. Your question betrays your understanding of my inquiry.
Wait, don't they both have the same crest?
I am quite certain that it does not, as a matter of fact.
I have interviewed several members of the Academy and the Monastery. All agree that you have trouble focusing on detail-oriented work. As I mentioned, I have been carefully researching Saint Sethlene's history, and I found several intriguing anecdotes concerning her life. Granted, it is not stated explicitly in the texts, but it is easy enough to read between the lines and get to the underlying truth.
Go on.
The authors of several tomes, all written within 50 years of Saint Sethlene's passing, imply she found it difficult to maintain focus on detail-oriented tasks.
Okay, so Flame could be a direct descendant.
Then, just this morning, as I was studying statues of Saint Sethlene, I came to realize how similar her visage is to your own. Interesting, no?
Yeah, just a bit.
I do not appreciate your disrespectful approach to this.
Whoa, that's a bit defensive.
No disrespect intended, I assure you. Saint Sethlene is a major saint. I only mean to say that looking like her is an honor.
I actually meant that you are being disrespectful to Saint Sethlene.
There was one other item.
If you must.
You are quite skilled in white magic, yes? My understanding is that you have a very high affinity for the art.
Yes, I do. I am confident in my abilities. I am glad of my abilities, for it is a way in which I am able to help others.
Indeed. Once more an echo of Saint Sethlene. I'm so curious as to why such similarities exist.
So, is he implying she's a direct descendant or a manifestation of Saint Sethlene herself? Because she's been very cagey about her own age.
Her crest? Perhaps hereditary traits then? Or is it possible I am allowing myself to see patterns where there are none?
I'm surprised this isn't Hanneman talking about this, but I guess Linhart's
searching for a book.
interested in Crestology as well.
I will be going now.
That could be interesting plot-wise. Okay. So that's Linhart and Flame, Caspar and Petra.
Caspar, that equipment is new. It is suiting. It suits you.
Oh, right. Thanks.
Yeah, he's still awkward about the whole killing dad thing.
You get more strength each day. I do not want to be falling behind.
I'm impressed with how much stronger you've gotten too. More than I have.
No, Caspar, you are impressing to me. I want to be training with you.
Just hold on, Petra.
What is wrong?
It's your attitude. How can you act so casual around me?
Well, I guess she doesn't hold you to blame.
My father killed your father. You shouldn't be able to stand the sight of me.
Yeah, but you and your dad are not the same person.
You actually hate me, right? That's fine. I can take it. I completely understand. Just be honest. Give it to me straight.
She is.
If our roles were reversed, I don't think I'd be able to forgive you. I don't understand how you could just...
You are not the one who did the killing, Caspar.
Exactly.
Our parents had conflict, but we are not them.
Yeah, we're different people.
I have no worry about it. You should not either.
Get over it.
I don't need to worry? Impossible. I don't think I'll ever be...
You must. If not, the conflict will keep carrying on.
Yeah, you gotta come to terms with it yourself.
If children cannot forgive, it will not ever have an ending. Is that what you are wanting?
More war, more war.
Of course not.
Please, give it some thinking. I will be leaving now.
Oh. It's quite a interesting internal turmoil that he's put himself in. But yeah, he needs to learn to forgive himself. It's not even himself, it's his, like, come to terms with it, basically. Alright, Caspar and Shamir. And they've got B+ support as well.
Hey, Shamir. Your archery skills were amazing the other day. I couldn't believe it when you hit all those bullseyes. Not a single miss.
It was nothing.
No way, it was incredible. You were incredible. You gotta teach me how to shoot.
Aren't you terrible at bows, Caspar?
Maybe.
That sounds like a yes to me. Are you free tomorrow?
That sounds like a maybe, Caspar.
Maybe. No promises, though.
Come on, Shamir, don't be like that. Wait, is this because you don't think I'm good enough? That can't be it.
No, that could be
It's
it.
nothing personal. As someone born in Dagda, I'm not very fond of the
Ah.
Empire.
See, there we go. So he's got two sides of this conversation then. One with Petra and one with Shamir.
Dagda. Where is... Oh, you mean where they had that war with the Empire a few years back? The country west of Fódlan, across the ocean. That Dagda?
That Dagda. But that is behind us.
I had no idea. I understand why you'd hate the Empire so much, though. My father was a major general in that war. He led an entire army.
Is your dad responsible for killing everyone's families, Caspar?
If I were you, I definitely wouldn't want to train the son of someone who killed all those Dagdans.
Don't rub it
You
in.
misunderstand. I harbor no ill will toward your generation.
Oh, well, that's handy.
Huh? Well, then what does this have to do with you teaching me how to shoot?
I simply have other commitments. I don't have the time to teach everyone, so I can't make any promises.
She's run out of instructing points.
That's your reason? You're just too busy? I thought you hated me. I guess I had nothing to worry about. In that case, I'm excited to get to know you better. Let's leave all that Dagda and Empire stuff in the past.
Well, you're the one that's going to carry on bringing it up if Petra's support is any indication. Huh. Alright, well, level C, Dorothea and Petra.
Dorothea, I want to be asking you a question.
Oh, please do.
Why have you come to Garegg Mach? Is your goal different from the rest?
Yes, I suppose. Everyone here is an heir or an heiress, but not me. I'm just a commoner.
Just a peasant.
When I enrolled in the Officers' Academy, I was different than everyone else.
In fact, yes, you are the only commoner in the Black Eagles to begin with.
I wanted to secure my future, and my big idea was to marry money.
And you came to a monastery for that.
Ever since, I've been dating different, terribly well-to-do men, searching for a good one. So far, there's been no reason for a second date.
Marrying money? That is not sounding like a good idea. Money would be a bad husband.
Tell her straight, Petra.
Pretty much.
But you treat me well. I have so much gratitude. Well, why do you show me such friendliness when I am not money?
I don't think she was planning to marry you, Petra.
Oh, no, Petra. This isn't like that. I like spending time with friends.
Yeah.
It's wonderful being friends with you. And I hope we can stay close for a long time to come.
Yes, I have that hope too. But I have also been thinking of who is good for me.
Ooh.
Oh, I see.
Gossip?
And still I am thinking we should be friends.
Oh, I know why. Because we're both trouble for Imperial nobility.
Well, I can see from Bridget why Petra would be a problem, but why are you a problem, Dorothea?
Yes, we both have troubles.
Feels nice, doesn't it? Knowing that together we can irritate that many people. Since we've already got a lot in common, let's get to know each other better, shall we?
Alright, well. Fair enough. Level B, Dorothea, and... Oh, Hanneman and Manuela. Interesting.
Ah, time to relax.
Professor Hanneman, do you have a moment to talk?
Of course, Miss Dorothea. Whatever is on your mind.
I heard you were once a member of the nobility, and you surrendered your title to come here.
Oh yeah, that is something that's on his stat screen.
Indeed, I was a noble once. Why are you so curious about that?
He's probably wondering why you'd throw away your money, title, and status.
I knew there was something noble about your speech and your perfect manners. You're always impeccably dressed, too, and you have a certain pride about you. What interests me is that you threw it all away. Why?
I threw nothing away, child. In fact, by stepping away from its trappings, in my heart I feel closer than ever to the true meaning of nobility.
Basically, he wanted freedom.
How so?
Consider this. At its inception, the concept of nobility assumed that the greatest among the populace would rise to power.
And they were wrong.
In my mind, I believe that means those who value knowledge, those who strive for more and wish to protect and guide their fellow man. However, in practice, nobility often serves to keep those deemed commoners down, segregated from those who, by chance, were born to a noble family.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like the Lagoo's way of life, you know, where strength and power makes the difference. It's, you know, if you're born that way.
That is one of the reasons I decided to leave that nonsense behind and dedicate myself to the study of crests. Though I have abandoned my position, in my mind it was to pursue what I consider to be a truly noble pursuit, that of knowledge.
I see. Well, you're definitely a noble in that sense of the word.
And an idiot in other senses.
To pursue such admirable ideas without regard for your social position. How wonderful.
Well, put it this way. It's not like he, you know, suddenly became a noble from being a commoner. He had it the other way around, which would have been a lot easier.
Pardon?
Oh, it's nothing. I was just very moved by your words.
Ah, well, I'm quite pleased to hear you say so.
Also, in fairness, I think Hanneman became a professor at the academy after his sister died, so that might have been another thing, but that'll probably be something we learn a lot later down the line. And of course, Dorothy and Manuela can talk about being songstresses together.
Professor Manuela, it's been far too long since we've had a proper chat. Let's fix that right now.
Too true, Dorothea. We hardly have a moment to spare here. But it's so nice to see you flourishing. It certainly brings back memories. You know, somehow you've gotten even prettier. The years have been kind to you.
Again, Dorothy is only like 19, so...
That's something like a rose telling a daisy it's pretty, but I appreciate the compliment all the same.
Oh, honey, if that's the case, I hope you'll work hard to never become a rose like me. Too many thorns.
Oh, stop it. You've accomplished a great deal. You should be proud.
That's a very nice sentiment, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Flatter, flatter, flatter.
So, I've been dying to know, how did you come to be enrolled here? I know you didn't have any family connections. How'd you do it?
Yeah, how does a commoner get accepted into the monastery?
Well, it did require pulling some noble strings.
Okay, well,
But
there you go then.
learning everything to pass the entrance exams, that was all me, and very hard. Especially while I was still singing for the opera. But I wanted the academy more than anything else.
Well, bravo and well done. You've always had to find your own way in life, haven't you? I so wish you could rely on people more often. Still, though, you haven't said why you worked so hard to get into Garegg Mach to begin with.
Because she wanted to, obviously.
Isn't it obvious? Because you were here.
Oh!
When you retired, it broke my heart. But it also woke me up.
Can't be a songstress forever, maybe?
Seeing someone like you, who shined so brightly on the stage, give it all up and start a brand new life. It got me thinking about my own future, and what I wanted it to look like. As ever, I followed your lead.
Yeah, but you can forge your own path, Dorothea.
Oh my. I don't know what to say.
I had also heard that the heirs to the Alliance, Empire, and the Kingdom were all enrolling this year.
There we go, there's the marrying into money part.
With such an exceptional crop of potential spouses, how could I go anywhere else?
And have you gotten what you were after? Your dreams, a future, and a good partner?
Considering this is a C support, no.
I'm sure I'll find my somebody someday, but I haven't found them yet. Ah, it's so nice to spend time with you again, Manuela. It's been too long.
Yeah, so Dorothea's like Manuela's protege. Cool, that's a nice one. Alright, we've got Ingrid and Shamir left, so let's have Ingrid and Felix. And of course, she'll have stuff with the Blue Lions guys.
There you are. I've been looking all over for you. Time for our tactics lecture. You'll be there, won't you?
Those things are such a waste of time.
Nonsense. You're going to be there.
Must I?
Yes.
Why is this such a chore? You went last time, though you did all you could to disrupt things, as I recall.
Why?
Brazenly rambling on about clear-cutting a nearby forest to secure a marching route, and attacking an enemy base, stealing their horses. You were incredibly disruptive, and even rude.
Isn't that just Felix?
I was offering my honest opinion.
Yeah.
Then, you left before we were finished. What do you suppose happened after that?
I have no idea.
Well, the conversation got quite lively. We all began breaking down the viability of your somewhat maniacal plan.
Tearing it to shreds.
And apparently, similar tactics have been used to turn the tides of historic battles.
Oh. So he's actually got some smart ideas, okay.
That may be an exaggeration. Successful armies must be able to handle unexpected situations. That starts with weapon mastery and creative tactics.
If you didn't have so much battlefield experience, you wouldn't be capable of such unique strategies. Which is why we need people like you. People who think creatively to lead the army.
Now you're just massaging my ego.
Oh, so he doesn't like complimenting that much.
When have you ever minded? We need you there. Just come on.
Okay, okay. Level C, and then Ingrid has one with Annette as well, I saw. Yep.
Hello, Ingrid. Can I have just a teeny tiny moment of your time?
Sure. I can spare a moment or two.
I was wondering, do you have any interest in fashion and makeup and stuff like that?
Surely you'd be asking Mercedes about this, Annette.
I haven't the time to bother with such frivolities. As long as basic hygiene is being met, then I'm happy.
Oh, but you're missing out on something so fun.
Let's have a makeover party.
I mean, it's not like you need it, of course. You've got beautiful bone structure, lovely hair, long legs, but aren't you interested in trying something new?
Well, thank you. I suppose I do find it all somewhat intriguing.
Wow, she's blushing.
But my time is precious to me, and my focus is on knighthood. Taking time to paint my face simply isn't a top priority.
Sure, but imagine if you could combine the two and become the most fabulous knight ever.
Yeah, stun all the enemies with your luscious looks.
Okay, maybe I'm taking it too far. I know knights don't necessarily need a ton of makeup or things like that for the job.
Especially seeing as you should really wear a helmet.
I'm just saying, I really think you'd enjoy it if you opened your mind to it. All I'm talking about is a light touch.
A little bit of blusher.
I can see it now. Your gorgeous face done up with a delicate application of makeup. The fabulous knight who everyone looks up to and wants to be.
Well, maybe? I guess. That does sound mostly harmless.
Hooray! Okay, we don't have a moment to lose. Here, take this makeup kit, play around with the colors, and see what speaks to you.
Now, wait just a...
I actually got that
Here's the
little kit
makeup
as a
gun.
gift the other day, and I wasn't sure what to do with it because I already have that one. It's a limited palette, but I think it fits the look you're going for perfectly.
I actually never agreed to start putting that stuff on my face, Annette.
No, you did.
What? Oh. Well then, I guess this whole kit will have to go to waste. I'll just throw it away like the garbage it is.
No, what you do is you use the first makeup kit, and then when it runs out, you use the second.
You're throwing it away? I can't just stand by and let something go to waste.
Sneaky, Annette.
Okay. All right. Thank you. We can do this.
Yeah.
That's the spirit! Oh, and I'm happy to help you learn to apply it too. Come on, let's go to my room. I have some brush techniques to show you before you get started.
Now, don't get carried away.
Oh, she's carried away.
Ugh. She played me like a fiddle.
Played you like a damn fiddle. Well, that's a pretty, you know, typical girl support talking about makeup and stuff. And we'll have Shamir. Shamir with Cyril.
Hey Shamir, how do you think I'm doing with my bow lately? Think I'm getting pretty good? I hit closer to the bullseye today, and that felt real good.
You were fine.
Ooh, wow.
Fine? That might be the nicest thing you've ever said to me, Shamir.
At least he didn't take that as blunt as it was.
You take too many direct shots, though.
But it's easier if you shoot straight.
Of course it is. But if you can hit your enemy with a straight shot, you're too close. Tell me, Cyril, what's an archer's greatest weakness?
Getting hit at close range.
When we get too close to the enemy and we can't shoot the way we're supposed to?
Exactly. As an archer, your position is critical. Know exactly how far the enemy is and keep a minimum safe distance. Understood?
You mean to stay away from the enemies, but not too far away or my arrows can't hit them.
Yeah, exactly.
So you understand why you can't rely on straight shots. You have to use curved shots as well.
There's a combat art for that.
Never run up to your target. Hit them from a safe range.
Shoot them from a safe range with curved shots.
Archers should always control the battlefield.
Okay, yeah, I get that. I'm gonna go practice some of those curved shots right now.
You're not a bad student. If nothing else, you have the right attitude.
That's why you took him on as your apprentice, Shamir.
You think so?
Keep it up.
I will.
Yeah, it also does seem like archers and bows in particular are very good in this game.